Hello there. How are you doing today? Trust you're having a wonderful day. Good to have you here. It's been quite a while, but good to have you back. On today's series of little things that makes us struggle in our relationships and in our marriages, we're going to be looking at one very little thing that causes problems in our relationships and in our marriages, but can also be resolved if we can listen and if we can only understand. And when I'm talking about listening, I'm talking about you as a man trying to listen to your woman, trying to understand, trying to listen now, not understanding, trying to listen when she's trying to communicate with you, when she's trying to talk to you. As a man, we are always quick to conclusions, not in a bad way, but because we already know that in between the beginning of the story and the end of the story, there are a lot of junk, there are a lot of going back and forth, there are a lot of he said, I said, I want, you want, and most times we're not interested in those details. We just want this is what it is, this is where we are. We want it like that. We don't have the patience to allow the process of those details to come through. So we tend to have little patience for long conversation. But why the woman feels this is way out for her to express herself, to give you, she has been waiting for you to come back the whole day so that she can give you this gist. And here you are, not be patient enough, not even interested. Maybe she's talking to you and you're pressing your phone, or you're watching football if you're somebody like me that loves football a lot. And this is a very big problem. And what thing you will notice, she will withdraw. If she notices you don't pay attention to her stories, to her gist, or you're not always interested when she wants to have a conversation with you, she will withdraw. You will notice she will withdraw. She will start keeping to herself to herself because she feels you're not even going to participate in this discussion anyway. So what's the need trying to talk to you? And for the man, the women are always impatient to understand. They are always refusing, even when they can actually understand what you're saying, but they just refuse to understand. They don't want to understand. I don't know. I can't explain it. Maybe they will help me in the comment section. Why is it difficult for women to understand? Why are they refusing to understand when a man is trying to tell them, we cannot do this, let us do this? Or instead of going all in this, can't we just take it a step at a time? They are always finding it difficult to understand. Probably they just don't want to understand, or maybe it is the way they are wired. But the point is, if you can only adjust as a man, you adjust, as a woman, you adjust, not thinking this is how it should be, this is how the way I'm created, so I'm going to remain like this. No, give yourself a space to adjust in every decision you're making regarding your marriage or your relationship. As a man, have time, even if you're not listening, but be looking at time. It happens to me a lot. My wife will be talking to me, and especially if I'm watching football, and she'll be like, what was the last thing I said? Because she noticed I wasn't paying attention. And so the way out is you try as much as you can to listen to them. And you can also pretend you're listening, especially if it's something. Of course, you can pray. Let the question of what did I say last not come up. Of course, if it comes up, there's a problem. But most times you can just be looking at them and be nodding, and be say yes, just for them to have their peace. And as a woman too, you can pretend that you understand or that you understood what he said, just for him to have his peace. And there is this joy that comes when the expectation is met, and it's not a difficult thing. It's not too difficult. We can always try, at least to make the other person feel good and feel happy. There is nothing wrong with that. Try it and see how it works out. I pray it works out for you. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.